Vernon Vibes is brought to you in part by United Water, the official water company of Vernon Township. United Water, involved in the communities they serve.
Hi, I'm Shannon Sweeney. I've been a player or coach for most of my life, and I understand the need to keep our kids motivated and safe. As a parent and coach, I also understand the need to make sure our children are protected. That's why insurance is as an important part of the game as a good coach is. I've known my fellow coach, Wayne Dietz, for 10 years. I've seen him motivate and inspire players both on and off the floor. I've also seen him make sure that our children are safe by making sure that the teams are properly insured. As a coach, we don't often think about insurance, and when you work with Wayne and his team at D&H Risk Solutions, you won't have to. They take care of everything with honesty and integrity so that you can focus on what you do best, coaching your team to victory.
The Vernon Independent Retailers Association reminds you that when you shop locally, you're helping to build our community by supporting local employment and keeping your tax dollars in our community. Support the Vernon Independent Retailers who support you. Brought to you by The Copy Center, H&H Auto Parts, Healthy Times Market, Heaven Hill Farm, Lakeland Pool and Spa, McAfee Hardware, McAfee Ski and Snowboard, and Valley Paint and Hardware. Come in, we're local.
Good evening and welcome to Vernon Vibes. This evening's edition is a very special edition that I'm very pleased and honored to share with you. This Sunday afternoon, a very, very wonderful affair took place here in front of the Vernon Municipal Building when the statue of Samantha was unveiled. Samantha is a black bear, was a black bear, who lived in Wawayanda State Park for some 31 years, had a great life, and is one of the most well-known bears to the Vernon community. She actually was a mother several times and became known throughout the mountain as a very gentle and wonderful addition to our ecosystem. And so the bear people, Bear Education Association, through their efforts and under the leadership of Angie Metzler and our Environmental Commission Chairwoman Beverly Buds, raised the funds to in fact enlist Mr. Damkovich, who is a world-renowned sculptor who lives here in Highland Lakes, to in fact create a life-size statue of Samantha, which now graces the entry to the Vernon Municipal Building. I hope you enjoy the show. Welcome to Vernon Township. For those of you who are guests and for those of you who live here, it really is a wonderful moment for our community. So I'd like to take this moment to introduce to you Angie Metzler, one of the moving forces between what is happening here today. Angie?
Thank you. Thank you. As the mayor said, my name is Angie. I am the director of the Bear Education Resource Program. I'm also a resident of Vernon Township. And my family actually, we moved up here over a decade ago. And we always wanted to live in Vernon because it's just so beautiful and because we have a fondness for nature. And when we moved up here, we finally came home. We really came home. So it is my pleasure to have been part of this incredible project. It was an amazing experience to work with the sculptor, Gary Adamkovich, and Brenda, his partner. Gary is a lifelong resident.
Gary, where are you?
Where are you, Gary? Come on, Gary. Yeah.
Let's give him a hand, folks.
Both out.
Yes, you can go now. He's a low profile kind of guy. He's very low profile, but it was an incredible experience to work with him. I wish to extend my appreciation to Mayor Murata, to the Vernon Town Council, Brian Lynch, Dan Kaddish, Patrick Rizzuto, Dick Wetzel, and to incoming member Jean Murphy for all their support throughout this project. I would also like to extend a special thank you to David Pullis, who is the director of the park of the
Department of Public Works.
Public Works, because his team actually transported the statue to its permanent home. So many, many, many thanks to them. Special thanks go out to all of the donors who made this gift possible. Each tile that adorns the base of the statue has a special story and meaning for the donor who helped us put this statue there. And each tile also represents a plant and animal species that you can find in Vernon Township. I'd also like to thank Beverly Butts, who's the chair of the Vernon Environmental Commission, for conceiving this idea and for all her help throughout the process. Yay! Beverly! Woo! Samantha was actually the very first wild bear that I ever saw, and that was back in 1999. But this is not the first bear that represents Vernon. Bears can be seen on our town seal, and they are on all the police badges. It's a good thing because bears represent and contribute to a robust and healthy ecosystem. Vernon is very lucky to have bears. And, with no further ado, it is my honor and my privilege on behalf of the Bear Education and Resource Program and the donors to present this statue, Samantha, to Vernon Township.
Thank you. Want to step back and give him some room?
Yes, absolutely. I don't want to get bit here. What a great idea for donor recognition.
You bet. Sure. Where'd Bev go? Would you like to say a few words, Bev?
Yes.
It's my pleasure to introduce the chairman of the Vernon Township Environmental Commission. As you've already heard, she also has been a very, very powerful mover in this project. And so I introduce to you Bev Butts.
Hi, Bev.
You're next.
The black bear teaches us that we should be patient with each other, stay connected to the earth, be larger than life, have confidence and show your authority when it is needed, nurture and protect the young, and keep focused and determined, for it will serve us well throughout our days. Around the bear are 18 tiles, each representing an indigenous plant, animal, insect, or reptile species. The eagle symbolizes precise timing, gallant victory, and spiritual quest. The hawk is the messenger and brings signs of change. The turtle reminds us of the magic that unites heaven and earth. The coyote is the shapeshifter, pushing us all to be a little more playful and joyous. The bear paw stands for incredible strength and inner healing. The rabbit signifies good fortune and brings awareness to the moon and her cycles. The skunk shows us how to be self-reliant and points us to inner guidance. The deer, she is gentle and gives love unconditionally. The beaver is diligent and teaches us to build on our dreams. The fox shows off beauty and intelligence while being sly and cunning. The bear cub and butterfly reminds us that life is a circle and continues to amaze us with rebirth and beauty. The raccoon is curious and adaptable and very resourceful. The raven is the keeper of secrets and the teacher of mysticism. The cardinal shows us that every day we are renewed and to show pride. The owl is the sign of intuition, knowledge, and infinite wisdom. The lady slipper, or moccasin flower, resourcefully catches insects in its pouch-like petals, allowing it to aid in its own pollination. The trillium, this endangered three-parted lily, is also known as birthroot, a highly medicinal flower used to help mothers in childbirth. And the American chestnut, a native deciduous tree from the beech family, notably one of the most historic and important trees in the United States. This statue truly represents all the qualities of Vernon Township, and we are so fortunate to have this wonderful gift from the Bear Group. Thank you so much.
It's now my pleasure to introduce to you the chief of the Ramapo Lenape tribe, Magua, whose name means bear. Drew?
My name is Bear. I'm the chief of the Ramapo Lenape. I want to really thank, and I think all of us should honor Angie here for all the diligence in Beverly, and certainly the mayor and all of the people that were involved in this project. But more so, I think each of us should turn to each other and really congratulate ourselves, because Vernon Township, Vernon has really been in the forefront of ecological issues for many years. And for that, it takes a very special and kind community to support that. And to have truly leadership that is saying, let's look to the earth first where we live, is astonishing. So for that, I thank all of you. And I would just like to leave you with a little thought about my namesake, Magua. The bear in Native American cosmology is the animal that looks after the spirit. They're the spirit police, and they also look after the earth. Their main job is to see that the earth and the spirit is kept in a good way and in a pure way. So to all of that, I say both to all of the organizers in the community, Anishi, 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 Aho. I thank you all. Aho.
It's truly an honor to accept this beautiful gift on behalf of all of you. I think the chief said it well. This statue actually represents the spirit of this community. And again, lots of thanks go around to all. I think we've covered that quite clearly. But I think beyond all else, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming this afternoon to help us welcome Samantha to her permanent home, where as you come to the town hall, hopefully you will just glance and you will think about our heritage, about our environment, about our ecology, about all of the things that make this town special. And we are indeed special. Vernon Township is strong. We are absolutely varied in our opinions, and we talk about it, we argue about it, but in the final analysis, we come to a high-quality decision. And there's no doubt in my mind that we will continue on that path as we have for all of our history. I want to thank the chief. He represents people who have lived on this land for over 10,000 years. I want to represent and thank the people of Bear, who in fact recognize the importance of the bear to our community. And then I want to say thank you to the council, who were 100% supportive in this. I want to say thank you to our DPW that worked diligently to see to it that this statue was transported and it was placed in a way that we all can be proud of. And certainly our chief of police is here, the members of our police, and their part in seeing to it that all of this got done in a very professional way. I want to thank you for coming. I'd like to invite you to stay. There's coffee and cake, and enjoy each other. Thanks for being here.
Good job. Nice job. Nice job. Very good.
The Vernon Independent Retailers Association reminds you that when you shop locally, you're helping to build our community by supporting local employment and keeping your tax dollars in our community. Support the Vernon Independent Retailers who support you. Brought to you by The Copy Center, H&H Auto Parts, Healthy Times Market, Heaven Hill Farm, Lakeland Pool and Spa, McAfee Hardware, McAfee Ski and Snowboard, and Valley Paint and Hardware. Come in. We're local.
Vernon Vibes is brought to you in part by United Water, the official water company of Vernon Township. United Water, involved in the communities they serve.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed taking part in what was a very wonderful, heartwarming, and rewarding ceremony that took place here at Vernon Township on Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock. As you could tell, the people that were there were very supportive of Vernon Township and the way that we, in fact, hold the stewardship of our environment, because what makes us special, in addition to our people, is the beautiful environment, the beautiful views, the beautiful landscape that is Vernon Township. So I hope you enjoyed the show. I want to take a few minutes to talk to you about what's happening. At the last council meeting, the town council, in fact, approved by a 5-vote vote the authority for me to go forward and to, in fact, take a bond anticipation note that will allow us to do a lot of the capital projects that we have on the boards for 2014-2015. And that includes road work. So I'd like to take a moment to tell you that there are going to be areas of the community where we are doing repairs to the storm drains, we're doing repairs and patching to the road surface, and then we will be oil and stoning those roads. And as a result, there's going to be some inconvenience. I want to give you fair warning now. As we move forward with the projects, our DPW people will, in fact, inform you. We will, in fact, post on our township website and on our Vernon Township Facebook page, as well as our police Facebook page, those communities in which we will be doing secondary and tertiary street road repair this year. It is our goal to do a minimum of 20%, as last year we were able to do, in fact, almost 25% of our road mileage, so that we can move forward with the 5-year plan that I've talked to you about. But remember, with these permanent improvements comes a certain amount of inconvenience. And so I know that you're going to be inconvenienced. I ask for your forbearance and I ask for your patience, because in the long run, it will improve our community and it will keep our infrastructure strong and sound, which is, after all, what is our objective in this administration. In addition, part of that bond issue approved the money for the repair of Breakneck Road. As I've reported to you in the past, we are the recipients of a grant from the New Jersey DOT in the amount of $200,000. The council saw fit to add the additional money necessary. We will be milling and resurfacing Breakneck Road from its intersection at 515 to the intersection with Highland Lakes Road, which I believe is County Route 638, excuse me. The fact of the matter is, this is one of the most highly traveled roads in Vernon Township. And when you see what we did with Canistere and what we're going to do with Breakneck, probably one of the most heavily traveled thoroughfares through the mountainous area of our township will have been completely repaired and brought up to specification and should last us for a long time. So again, that project is scheduled to go forward probably late August, September, maybe early October as we get on to the fall. We're going to try and get it done before the school buses go, but we have an awful lot of prep work to do. But more importantly, we have to schedule it with the paving contractors. But nonetheless, Breakneck Road will be repaired in 2014. Another step in the commitment that we made to you when we took office, which was to improve our infrastructure and keep your tax bases solid. I'll be back in just a minute.
The Vernon Independent Retailers Association reminds you that when you shop locally, you're helping to build our community by supporting local employment and keeping your tax dollars in our community. Support the Vernon Independent Retailers who support you. Brought to you by The Copy Center, H&H Auto Parts, Healthy Times Market, Heaven Hill Farm, Lakeland Pool and Spa, McAfee Hardware, McAfee Ski and Snowboard, and Valley Paint and Hardware. Come in. We're local.
Vernon Vibes is brought to you in part by United Water, the official water company of Vernon Township. United Water, involved in the communities they serve.
Welcome back. It's the time of the year when school is out, youngsters are playing, they're running, they're having fun, they're not paying attention to the automobiles moving through the neighborhoods. So I ask you as adults, please take your time, keep your eyes on the road, and be prepared for anything. We all would like to see to it that we make it through this summer with no tragedies in our community. That goes to the swimming, that goes to the playing on the fields and in the streets, and it also goes to fireworks. We're coming up to the 4th of July, and this year, the fireworks are scheduled for the 5th of July, sponsored by the Highland Lakes and the Vernon Township Fire Company. It is their one major fundraiser of the year. It's held at the Lonsbury Hollow School Field, and $15 is the charge for a carload to come in and see the fireworks. Every year that I've been the mayor, I've spoken to this issue. I'm going to do it again this year. For those of you who sit along the outside and don't bother to, in fact, pay to see the fireworks, shame on you. Shame on you. It's not as though this is an outrageous amount of money. And to be frank with you, two of our major emergency service units depend on this. I'm asking you as your mayor this year to come to the fireworks, enjoy them. It's a great community evening. We all have a great time. The children love it, the adults love it, and the cost is minimal. Saturday, July 5th, Lonsbury Hollow School, the Vernon Township Fire Company and the Highland Lakes Fire Company ask for your support and invite you to be there and take part. The food is great, the fireworks are great, and the camaraderie with your neighbors is great. I hope to see you there. I'll be back in just a minute.
The Vernon Independent Retailers Association reminds you that when you shop locally, you're helping to build our community by supporting local employment and keeping your tax dollars in our community. Support the Vernon Independent Retailers who support you. Brought to you by the Copy Center, H&H Auto Parts, Healthy Times Market, Heaven Hill Farm, Highland General Store, Lakeland Pool and Spa, McAfee Hardware, McAfee Ski and Snowboard, and Valley Paint and Hardware. Come in, we're local.
Vernon Vibes is brought to you in part by United Water, the official water company of Vernon Township. United Water, involved in the communities they serve.
Welcome back. In the earlier segment, I spoke to the approval by the council of the bond anticipation note. As a matter of fact, that bond is in the amount of $2,066,000. The total amount of expenditure that we plan is $2,350,000. And to put it in its proper perspective, that aligns with the $5 million of bond debt that we've paid off over the last 3 years. So I want you to understand that the fact that we are borrowing money, the government is borrowing money, it is a controlled use of financing at a time when interest rates are so very low that we must take advantage of it. And so having said that, I want to close this segment tonight to tell you about the things that we're going to do with that money. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to pay the Sussex County MUA and the Vernon Township MUA the hookup fees that we are being charged for the Vernon Municipal Building, the Vernon DPW, as well as the Historical Society building on Route 94. That money together between the county and Vernon Township comes to $215,000 hookup fee. For those of you who thought by some dint that the government wasn't going to pay its fair share, we are. We have to pay just like everybody else. And so $215,000 approximately of that bonded money will go for that purpose. We'll be buying a new street sweeper. The street sweeper that we have has been held together with baling wine and chewing gum for the last 3 years, and for many times, whenever we send it out, it breaks down. It cannot be repaired anymore. There is money in this bond issue to purchase a brand new street sweeper combination vac truck, so that we will actually have 2 vac trucks for clearing the storm drains and the like around the community, and also being able to sweep up the road grits and to, in fact, finish up the oil and stone projects the way they should be finished up. In addition, we'll be adding 2 more police cruisers. The SUVs that you've come to see around town will be the style that we buy. They're all-wheel drive, they're pursuit rated, they're very economical, and they work very, very well. We'll be adding 2 patrol and 2 detective cars. All 4 of them will be of the Ford Interceptor model that you've come to know. In addition, we will be buying 45 new sets of turnout gear for our fire companies. I've spoken to this in the past. We've done an inventory of the 4 fire companies and which of their turnout gear, that being the coats and the pants that they must wear when they go into a fire. We've done an inventory of which ones no longer meet the federal regulations for OSHA safety and POSH safety, and we will be replacing them out of this particular bond issue. In addition, we plan to buy 2 new ambulance chassis to be put under the existing boxes of existing ambulances so that we can update the mechanical part without having to buy an entirely new ambulance. We'll be putting an extension on the animal control building, and we'll be addressing a problem that we've had since it was built, making enough space to take care of the number of animals, plus taking care of the administrative aspects that fall to the animal control department. We also will be building a secure impound building for our police department, something that we're required to do by state and Vernon has never done before, and it's going to happen in 2014-2015. In addition, we'll be adding scoreboards to the Maple Grange Park for lacrosse. We will buy that second international dump truck that I've been speaking to you about. You know we took delivery on one already. We need the second one, and that will be in the money. We also will put the balance of the money to repair the DPW building. In addition, there will be several smaller kinds of projects like finishing up the lighting on the basketball court and the fencing around it at Maple Grange, having the money to replace the hand-in-hand playground that has been dismantled, and we'll be talking more about that in the next Vernon Vibes show. We certainly want to keep the community apprised. There will be a playground at Veterans Memorial Field when we're done with what we plan to do there. So I can tell you that we're moving ahead. We're continuing to work the agenda that we set when we came to office. I want to thank the town council, the entire town council, for their support of our budget and of the bond issue, and I look forward to making these happen on your behalf. Thanks for being with us tonight. I look forward to seeing you the next time we meet.
Vernon Vibes is brought to you in part by United Water, the official water company of Vernon Township. United Water, involved in the communities they serve.
The Vernon Independent Retailers Association reminds you that when you shop locally, you're helping to build our community by supporting local employment and keeping your tax dollars in our community. Support the Vernon Independent Retailers who support you. Brought to you by The Copy Center, H&H Auto Parts, Healthy Times Market, Heaven Hill Farm, Lakeland Pool and Spa, McAfee Hardware, McAfee Ski and Snowboard, and Valley Paint and Hardware. Come in. We're local.
Hi, I'm Shannon Sweeney. I've been a player or coach for most of my life, and I understand the need to keep our kids motivated and safe. As a parent and coach, I also understand the need to make sure our children are protected. That's why insurance is as an important part of the game as a good coach is. I've known my fellow coach, Wayne Dietz, for 10 years. I've seen him motivate and inspire players both on and off the floor. I've also seen him make sure that our children are safe by making sure that the teams are properly insured. As a coach, we don't often think about insurance, and when you work with Wayne and his team at D&H Risk Solutions, you won't have to. They take care of everything with honesty and integrity so that you can focus on what you do best, coaching your team to victory.